Today I'm reviewing the new Nitto Recon Grappler AT. Alright, on the road with the Nitto Recon Grappler AT. This is the tires I put on my GMC Yukon Denali. The size is about 33 inches, pretty close to the OEM size. I had already several tires on my Yukon already. I had like the OEM one. I used to have like Goodyear Duratrax for all year round, even winter time and all that. So during the summer, I've been testing those new Nittos. That's already been on my truck for couple of months now. I wanted to give you guys a real test of these tires. Overall, you know, I'm pretty impressed. I think these tires are a good match, especially for a big SUV like this. Where I live, the roads are pretty rough, and there's a bunch of like gravel roads and like dirt roads and all that. So that's the main reason why I always switch for an off-road tires for my SUV. And also, you know, I like the looks. I think those tires looks really good. It gives a more aggressive off-road look to my Yukon, so I really like that. But overall, you know, I don't make a big sacrifice by putting those off-road tires on my Yukon. The ride is pretty quiet, surprisingly. I've been testing other off-road tires. They're really noisy on the road. I test trucks and SUVs pretty much every week, so I'm starting to know a lot of the tires I like and the ones I don't like. Especially sometimes when you have like the Falcon one, they're really hard, they're really noisy and all that. It's not the case with those Nittos, so that's a big plus. And also those tires are comfortable. I'm driving a Yukon, I'm not driving a Jeep, so I don't want to sacrifice my comfortable ride with my truck, and I don't make any sacrifice with those tires, so that's a big plus on this side. Performance wise, on the drive pavement, pretty good. Obviously these are off-road tires, they're not performance tires, so there's a little bit less rubber touching the actual ground. So obviously you make a sacrifice for the grip when you accelerate. You have a little bit of slippage, but these tires are not that bad because I feel the compound is not that hard, so you get that extra grip to make some hard acceleration. Same thing for braking distance and all that, pretty decent. Handling wise, of course you make a sacrifice. This is an off-road tires, but it's not sacrificing completely the handling of my truck. If you can say my truck's got some handling, but the Yukons are not bad with the independent suspension in the back and all that. Pretty decent down the curve. I could say probably these tires are better than the one I had on my truck before, handling wise and also performance wise. In some wet condition with a lot of rain on the road, obviously these are not the best performing tires. Normal tires are more designed to evacuate the water. These are more made to evacuate some mud or some snow and stuff like that. Of course, you have to be careful when there's a lot of rain with off-road tires, but still they're pretty decent. Speaking of off-roading, you know, I don't do any hardcore off-road with my Yukon. Obviously, it's not a Jeep, it's not a Raptor, it's not a Bronco, but still, I do a lot of gravel roads, a lot of dirt roads, and sometimes I go to some remote places actually to shoot off-road vehicles. So I need that extra grip from these tires. I didn't have any issues in all kind of condition, muddy, you know, rock and all that. Obviously, these tires are not designed for hardcore off-roading. I could say it's a hybrid between, you know, not killing your fuel economy, a quiet ride, having some grip off-road wise, but still being comfortable. I think that's pretty much the mix you can find with those Recon Grappler AT. I think one of the big plus of these tires is the actual warranty. Here in Canada, it depends if it's a LT tire or a metric one, but it's in between 80,000 kilometers or 100,000 kilometers of warranty. This is pretty decent. I remember on my Raptor, I used to have my BF Goodrich were lasting around 30 to 40,000 kilometers. One down point about these tires, especially if you live in Canada, especially if you live here in Quebec, they're not rated for winter use. You can use it in some snow and all that if you live in the US or some provinces in Canada, but here in Quebec we need that little logo on the side, the little snowflake certification, and these tires don't have this certification. So that might be a down point for a lot of people. Tires are pretty expensive, especially on a big truck like this. So sometimes you can save some money by having only one set of tire all year round. That's pretty much what I was doing before with my Goodyear Dura-Track, who were rated for the winter use here in Quebec. I think the ideal mix, obviously, if you want some off-road capable tires, it's having those tires for the summer and having some real winter tires for the winter time. Obviously, this is the best mix. You know, price wise, those tires are right on the spot with the competition and all that. But once again, when you're buying maybe one set for the summer and one set for the winter time, it's just double the amount of money spending on the tires. So it can go easily from maybe $2,000 to $3,000 having one set, and having two sets can go for $4,000 to $6,000. It can get really expensive quickly, but this is the law here in Quebec. So overall, these new Recon Grappler AT, it's one of the best off-road tires I've been testing so far. You know, this year it's easily in my top 3 tires, especially for an SUV application for this one, also for a pickup truck if you do a lot of highway and all that, but you still need that off-road capacities mixed with a good look. You're upgrading the look of your actual SUV or truck. I think it's a really good choice. And you know, I like that Nitto brand coming back from owning a Mustang. I used to always look at Nittos to put on my Mustang, you know, the drift, the dragster and all that. I like that enthusiast, more like a tuner off-road brand. I like the Nitto brand from my point of view, but this is me. A pretty good solid choice, you know, if you're looking to buy new tires. So let me know in the comments, what do you think about those new Nittos? What are you running on your truck or SUV? Do you like something more aggressive? Do you like something that's going to be better on fuel economy, better for the highway, maybe less aggressive tread? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share, and we're going to see each other on the next tire review.